All right, here we are with another challenge lab from Scalable for AZ500. This one's titled, Can you implement security for an Azure Cosmos DB account and a storage account? So let's see if we can do that, right? What we're doing here is we're first going to create a Cosmos DB account and database on that, and then we're going to create a storage account and a container there, and then we're going to generate some SAS keys and see how things work from a security point of view. Okay. So starting out with the Cosmos DB account, let's create it. We already have a pre-created resource group here in our lab environment, so I'm going to use that one. I'm going to call the account Cosmos, followed by the lab number. And this time I'm going to put it into deepdives-eu, which is somewhere. It's too tricky for me. I'm not that. There we go. deepdives-eu. We don't need the free tier this time, and then we want to disable both the redundancy and the multi-region rights. Otherwise, I think we can go with the defaults. All right, so while that is deploying, let's create a VNet as well. So we're going to call that the app VNet. Let's play that our application is running in there. We're going to put it into East US 2. That was a much more relaxed scroller than the previous one. With regards to IP addresses, 10.0.0 is great. Let's just rename that subnet to be app and put it in the 10.0.10.0 instead. All right, so next up we have to wait for the Cosmos DB to be deployed. Let's just kind of look at that. All right, that's created as well. So let's go to our Cosmos DB account. And what I want to do is we want to add our local address to be able to connect to the database. So what I want to do is only add our current IP address as well as the public Azure data centers addresses as well. And then let's save that. And that's working there. Then we can create a new container. And we're going to call the database database1, and then we're going to call the container customers. And then the partition key is going to be /_ partition key. Let's put on manual throughput, and we're happy with 8500 request units. Okay, that's done. So let's add some items here. We have Tracy. You might know her already from the previous labs. And then we got Shrestra, as well. Let's just check that this worked. And yeah, we're getting back both items. So that's fine. So next up, let's create a storage account. The name is going to be SA followed by the lab number. East US 2 is okay. we only want locally redundant storage here. Here, allow enabling. This is what we wanted. Sorry about that. All right, that's created. So let's create a container within that. Let's call it images. And then let's upload a picture there. And let's do 64K block size. It's there. So next up, let's create a SAS key for this one, right? So that's over here. We want to use the account key 1, and we want this to start today at 12, and then we want it to end tomorrow at 12. And then we only want to use HTTPS. Cool. So that's created. Let's copy down the URL and then see that it actually works. Yes, it does. Marvelous. So next up, let's give some RBAC access to our Cosmos DB. Right, so we have our Cosmos DB account over here. We can go over to IAM and then add a role assignment. And the role we want to give is Cosmos DB reader role. And then the person we're going to give it to is user 1, followed by our lab. Okay, so let's assign that. So that's now created, right? So again, let's change our account to user 1 and go over to Cosmos DB. And then we want to use the Data Explorer here. On database 1, on customers. And let's see if we can read. And yes, we can, right? So we can read anything. However, we have a read-only permissions. So if we try to create a new item here for Harry O'Neill, then that will not work. Perfect. So we did try security features in both Cosmos DB and in a storage account in this lab. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Till then, bye.